Hey y'all, welcome to Aerial Yoga. I know you might be thinking that we're gonna flip upside down, that we're going to be doing things that requires a lot of upper body strength, a lot of core. Well, that's kind of true, but that's not how we start. I want to share with you that there are things that you can do in an aerial yoga class, even if it's your first time, even if you've never done any aerial, any yoga, even if you don't even do a lot of movement at all, you can be successful in this class. For instance, we're going to put our hands inside the hammock, kind of wide, feet kind of wide. We're going to bend our knees a little bit, push down and out, letting the hips out to the back for a wonderful stretch to the shoulders, chest, heart, the back. I mean, you'll feel this in all the parts. It feels really good. And then we just stand back up. Oh my goodness, look at us. We're doing aerial yoga. We're going to take a breath here, exhale over in our little halfway bend, and then take a breath as we come back up. We're doing it. We did the thing. Another thing we can do in aerial yoga that really we can't do in mat yoga is take the poses further in a safe way. For instance, Warrior One. Now I have this hammock up pretty high because I practice all the time. But if this was your first time, we would probably lower the hammocks so that it was really accessible for you. But you need to know this: as soon as you're strong enough, flexible enough, and you have enough experience to go higher, then we're gonna encourage you to go higher. That's what it's about, encouraging ourselves to keep going, to do more. I'm giving it a little swing. I'm gonna lift my leg that's gonna be going through the hammock, and then I'm ready to push through, and I'm in my Warrior One pose. The foot in the back is the same as if it were on the mat. It's angled out to the side, keeping my hips straight forward. If I went a little bit to the front, it would feel just like Warrior One on the mat. However, I'm going to soften this back knee and think a lot about drawing my front knee and my back leg hip toward one another. And then I'm going to add in a wonderful shoulder stretch. So reaching up super high, taking a breath. On the exhale, I'm going to push down with this leg and allow my hips to float forward. Oh my goodness, what's happening in my shoulders and back right now is pretty amazing. And then from here, I'm going to drop my hands down a little bit, and I can go even further. Now, it is Warrior One, and we are not just aerial hammock class, we're in aerial yoga, so we're going to be really fine-tuning the alignment here and paying close attention to the postures as they're defined in traditional yoga. So we want to keep our hips squared. We're not going to allow the body out to the side in this traditional format. And then we're also going to keep our heel down in the back, outer edge of the foot pressing into the mat, arch lifted. From here, I can sink even further than I could without the hammock. This leg that's lifted is going to extend to the front, maybe, oh my, and back. So there's more stretch that can happen there. When I'm ready to come out, I'm in an awkward position for my back knee to allow pressure there. So instead, I'm going to keep my back foot glued to the mat and pull down with my hands, drawing my belly and hips to the back wall. And now I'm standing back up safely. We often do this one. I don't think there's a name for it in mat yoga. It just feels good. So we are all about doing this one. And then from here, I can lift my heel in the back, rotate my body to face the side. I'm going to drop this hip down and reach my front knee towards my back wall, and my back leg foot is going to be parallel to the back edge of the mat. I could stay right here. This is our Warrior Two. Or I can place one hand high and one hand low, release the tension on the back knee, press down on the front leg, and stretch into this amazing Warrior Two stretch. And I do want to keep my body open to the side, just like the traditional posture calls for. Maybe I want to take one arm to the front, give some tension here, open this one out to the side, maybe extend the leg here, and then maybe reach through into our extended side angle pose. And then bring myself back to warrior one pose. I'm ready to apply some bounce to this leg so that it can be assisted out of the fabric. And oh my goodness, I think this leg is like 3 inches longer now. Do I look taller? From here, of course we would do the other side, okay? Don't get excited. We're definitely doing both sides. But from here we can come in and move into seat. And I'm here to tell you that in the classes, we will even tell you how to get into this position. It's not just a guesswork. Honestly, there's a technique to it. Thumb inside, reach around to the back, switch that thumb, hands in the back pockets, elbows inside, open the hands out wide, one hip at a time, slides into seat, and ta-da. I can rest my shoulders in, find child's pose. Now when you get here and you decide, I don't love it, I don't like my feet to be off the ground, guess what? We can make a low hammock for you with feet on the ground. Does that mean that you can do aerial yoga with your feet on the ground? Absolutely. From here, there are so many other things you can do, and you've probably seen our pictures and videos to see all of these things. But here's the really nice thing about this class. For Shavasana, you have a choice. You can go to the mat for traditional Shavasana, to the wall for legs up the wall, or you can recline all the way back in the hammock, head in, feet in. And from here, I will ask if you would like to swing a little or be still, and then you can choose how you'd like to rest at the end of the class. I hope that this has been helpful and help you to understand what this class is really about, that we are definitely doing some things that are a little crazy, you've seen those, but we're also doing stuff that if you are practicing yoga on the mat, you're not able to do these things without the hammock. So we're going deeper in some of the stretches. We're holding some of these positions in a way that will make us stronger that we cannot do without the hammock. And also, we're having a really good time. I hope that you will come to a class. Hope we see you in the studio soon.